What's up? What's up? I'm making another one of these. I told my, not even my live, that was suspended last, not even last weekend, but, it was suspended literally like not Tuesday, Jesus. It was suspended, I don't even remember when. It was when I was super drunk. So if you were there, you know. If not, then I don't know. You missed out, I guess. But yeah, I got some topics. I told them I recommended this video because I was talking about a bunch of stuff and everything. So, and yeah, let's get into it, shall we? First topic is never gonna give up. Well, I guess never gonna give up on her. Sorry, I'm adding another topic. I meant to do it before I started this, but you know, it is what it is. But never gonna give up on her. I could sit here for 2 hours and explain like why, if I'm being genuinely honest. I genuinely could. Genuinely, I could, but we're gonna do we're gonna do some the main reasons. We'll do like newest to oldest, I guess. But the newest reason is simply because she had a post. She had a post 2 days ago, and it's like, I want to say like the first. So she had a post that was that had like 8 different pictures, 7 pictures, 1 video. And it's the fact that out of the 8 pictures, the last 2 was a video and a picture, and the video was her crying, and the picture was like the last picture of that post was basically her just like looking very like sad and whatnot. Basically she was just crying, and it's basically what her face looks like when she just got done crying. How would I know? Well, it's because she's a very emotional person, so you kind of understand when you see it. You kind of just like, oh, you're just crying. But it's the fact that when she posted it, he posted it 2 days ago. I saw it at about 10 minutes after she posted it. I posted it. But I saw it 10 minutes after she had posted it. But yeah, I saw it 10 minutes ago, and it only had, at the time, it only had like, 1 comment, 1 like, 1 bookmark. I don't know if I saved it once or twice, if I'm being genuinely honest. I want to say I saved it once. It was basically just ones all the way down the board, basically. And then, like, I want to say the next day, like, it had 3, 1, 3, 1, 1, and then 2. And, like, that was it. And it just, like, I literally lost it. Because it was just like, because like she doesn't get like a lot of, I will say, like, she's not someone that gets like a bunch of like likes and whatnot, if I'm being honest. She should, if I'm being honest. But it's like, and obviously there are some she has some posts that she doesn't have like a bunch of likes and everything, but it's her just lip syncing or dancing or doing whatever, which is fine. But it's like, is the fact that she's like posting that she's crying and no one cares, like, literally. Like literally combined, there's there's like a bunch of posts. It's the fact of just like her shaking her ass. 5121. This one was literally like 7 different ones, and this one's 12, 4, 10, 42, 5. So in total, that's what, like 70 or something. It's like it's just it's oh my god, I it's the fact that I hate it so much, if I'm being honest. Like this one, she's fully clothed, literally fully clothed. You could just see her, like her face, her hair, and her hands, and that's it. And it has 2. Like what the fuck? This is her shaking her ass, and she has 16 with 8 comments. Like, dude, I don't get. That's the thing, and that's why I won't give up on her, because it's just like I don't think there's gonna be any guy that's genuinely gonna be like, oh yeah, I want to be with you because of who you are as a person. Like, no, I feel like it's just gonna be like, it's gonna be one of those things where they're gonna say that they are, and then later down the road, they're just gonna be like, no, I just wanted you because of your body, and that was it. They won't say that. I know exactly what the fuck they're gonna say. I know exactly what they're gonna say. Like, oh, I only wanted you because of one thing. And it's obviously her body, but it's a specific part. It might not be the part that you may think, if I'm being kind of honest. But the fact of it, just like, I'm not okay with that. And I know, I'm not one to fucking preach the choir on that one, because obviously, like, I'm the last one to talk about some shit like that, obviously. Which I get, I understand, I understand. I definitely understand. But it's just like, that is, like, it really just makes me annoyed. Because no one, it's one of those things where, like, I don't know if someone, private messaged her or anything, but it's just like, it's one of those things where it's just like, you would think you would see the post, like, before, when her and I, talked on a regular basis and everything, and she would post stuff like that, like on Snap, on Instagram, TikTok, that's pretty much it, if I'm being honest. I don't think there's really any other app. But it's the fact that I would message her, like, I would leave a comment asking if she's okay, and then I would message her on each other app to, like, ask, like, if she's doing fine, just so she could see it. Yeah, just so she could, like, see. Just having one notification is like, it can get lost. Like, it can get lost among the others, if I'm being honest. It's happened to me before. She's like, there's times where she's sent me stuff, or she messaged me, and then like 2-3 hours go by, and she's like, she either sends me a message that I see, or she ends up calling me and just like, are you just not gonna reply to what I sent you? And I was just like, what are you talking about? And then she says, like, oh, on Instagram or on Snap or on TikTok, I sent something, you just never responded to it. And I was just like, oh, what? And it's the fact that when I look at my, like, notifications, because I did that before, like, when she would say that, and I would look at my notifications, just, okay, she said, like, oh, I sent you something on Instagram and you didn't send anything. I would then look at my notification history to see if it was in there, and it's the fact that it's like the majority of the time it wasn't in there ever. Or if it was, it's the fact that it's the fact that, like, for Instagram, it's better now, but it's the fact that back then I had lives, like live notifications on for people on Instagram for some reason. I don't know why. Do not ask, because I couldn't tell you. But it's the fact that I would have a bunch of those, so it kind of just it never crossed my mind. But it's just one of those things where it's just like it's the fact that I would send her a bunch of messages, like asking like what's wrong and everything. But it hurts, like, and it's the fact that I even like mentioned it on my story, because it generally does. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and say that like it doesn't, because it does. Like, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna like I'm not gonna lay here or sit here and say that it doesn't hurt, but it's the fact that like I posted it's getting bad again. Something happened to my baby that made her shed tears. I wish they were tears of joy, but they're not. I wish she would talk to me about it, not as her fiance, boyfriend, ex, or the guy that knows he screwed up and wants her back. None of those titles, but as a friend that's here to listen to what she has to say. But she's scared, and that I can confirm is the worst feeling. Seeing the one you love hurting, and there's nothing you can do about it. Because it did. It genuinely hurt me. It like actually did. Because it just like, to see her like crying over, it's the fact that I don't even know what. That's the problem. It's the fact that seeing her crying and knowing something is wrong, but it's the fact that she's too scared to tell me, because I always, like, in the past, I always dismissed her feelings. So it's the fact that she's scared that I'm gonna do that again, which, oh goodness, which I completely understand. But it's the fact that it's the fact that I've changed and everything. But it's the fact that I wish I could go back. I'm being so for real. I wish I could go back. You get those posts where it's just like, oh, if you could go back, what would you say to what would you say to yourself? Shit, mine is simple. Mine is simple and to the point. I would punch myself in the face 3 times. Or however many words I get. I don't care. I'd punch myself in the face 3 goddamn times. Because I hate the fact that it's like, I said I changed, which I think, I'm not gonna lie, and this isn't an excuse or any of that, because, I fucked up. I should have stayed changed. That's just how it is. But it's the fact that, like, during the process of me changing and everything, like, I did change, but it's the fact of, like, when I did, nothing really changed in the relationship. Like, it was the fact that I was more honest. I wanted to, like, help her out with everything when she was feeling down and everything. And it's the fact that she would snap at me and be like, and ask me, like, why are you trying to cheer me up? Like, you never do that. And it's the fact that she would get angry with me. And it's the fact that something I shouldn't have done is the fact that I got angry back at her and then proceeded to do the same stuff, because I was just like, I changed. I'm trying to do better. And she basically just spit in my face, if I'm being honest. Which was the wrong way to look at it. Like, I should have continued on that path, because I probably would have, got to this one, and her and I would have been, good and everything. It's one of those things though, going off topic a little bit, but it's one of those things though, how, like, she said that, like, oh, our spark is gone. I don't want to see you, but at no point of any of this has she said that she doesn't love me anymore. Which, if she watches this and if she watches this, she'll probably just say like, "Oh, I don't." Love, she'll probably send me a message and be like, "I don't love you anymore," or something like that. If I'm being honest, which it's gonna suck if I'm being honest. But at the same time, it's something I realize like she's never. It's not something she's ever said. Like out of everything, like it's just something that she's never actually said. Like she's never said that to me. Like she said a lot of stuff, but like that's not something that she's actually said, which is interesting. Because usually that's like the first thing people say, you know, like if they break up with a person, it's just like I don't love you anymore, you know. And I guess you could say like her saying like our spark is gone. I guess that could like you could argue that that's a way to say it. But most people they don't. Most like majority of people don't usually do that. Usually just like you know I hate you, I don't love you anymore. You know this that and the other. Usually, but it's just the fact of like seeing that like see and it's the fact that like when she posted that and then I made the story like I made the story about basically just people how her basically her followers should be fucking ashamed of themselves because they they just didn't they just don't care if she's good or not. And which is funny because then she got two more likes after I made those, which is just like, oh yeah, she has two likes now. Like, get the fuck out of here with that BS. Like, come the fuck on with that. It's like two extra comments, but no, two extra likes, but no actual like, no comment at all. Like nothing. But I don't know. There's definitely one of those things where it's just like, it's one of those things where it's just like, I know that no one is really going to be good for her because, and I'm no better because I did wrong by her as well. But it's one of those things where like, and I'll get to that part later because that's also another thing I'm going to talk about. But it's the fact I did wrong to her. But it's like, how many of the people that have done wrong have done wrong to her are actually willing to like let it be known that they did wrong and that they are truly sorry about it. You know, like how many people like generally, how many people would willingly like and not like and just to do it, not to like receive forgiveness from her or to have closure or whatever the case may be. Well, I don't. Is closure for the person that's doing the hurting, or is that for the person that's hurting? I want to say it's for the person that's doing the hurting, or not the person that's doing the hurting, the person that got hurt. I think. I don't know. I'm learning a bunch of new things, but anyways, it's like how many of them would willingly, willingly and openly just, you know, like talk about like what they did and how sorry they are and this, that, and the other. Like generally, how many people would actually be willing to do that? And like I'll do you one better. How many people would actually willingly go in front of like a whole stadium and say that shit? Not even a whole stadium. I'll do you one better. You're in someone's backyard and you have her family and your family. Would you be willing to say what you did and everything? Because I know I would. It's genuinely true. I would. Without a second thought. Without a second thought. That is just, it's, because that's something that just like, it just hurts. Like, it still does. Even though I'm sure whatever it was, I'm sure she got over it, or whatever the case may be. But it's just, it's the fact that it just stings, because it's just like, it's the fact that there's nothing I can do. Like, it's the fact that I can reach out, but it's the fact that reaching out just, it shows that I'm here, but at the same time, it's all it shows is that, I'm here, but with the past that I have, it's, it's one of those things where just like, but yeah, that's that. I never even got to the point of that one. But I'm never gonna give up simply because she's the one for me and everything. Like the amount of posts I have, not even that. Like there's like the like I have a collection on TikTok that's just her, us, and our family. That shit literally has 568 posts in it. Obviously, some have gotten removed, most likely. So there's probably some stragglers. So it might be a little bit less than that, but still, 500. 500 is crazy. They have 500 plus posts in that, and they're all how I feel about her. Like, me obsessed with you? Absolutely. Yes, you're mine. Like, everything about you makes me really fall in love. Can I be your last forever? And some of them are like, not questions, but some of them are like, kind of like poems and whatnot. To like show her, like, I'm in it for this. Like, we've done all of this. And I'm still here fighting. But like this one, for example, it's like, we slept together, showered skin to skin, created soul ties, said I love you. Said I love you, kissed with morning breath, talked about our past, present, future, our dreams, cried in each other's arms. Like, this is the fact that, like, we've done all those things. Generally. We've slept together. We've showered together. We've created soul ties. We've said I loved you. We've kissed each other with morning breath. We've talked about the past, the present, the future, our dreams. We've cried in each other's arms before. Like, it's the fact that we've done all those things. And it's crazy because when I saw the post, when I saw it and I was reading it, I was like, in my brain, I was kind of checking the stuff out that we did, and I was just like, damn, we've done all of that. Like, that's generally something that we've done. That we've all, like, me and her have generally done all of those things. That's insane. It's just like, and it just keeps going and going and going and going, because it's just like this one, like, my heart belongs to you today, tomorrow, always. Again, it's the fact that that's true. It does. It really does. Like, I don't know how else to really put it, but yeah, it's just like, I know if it's weird, cause I don't know how to really say this, if I'm being honest, because I don't know, because it's like, we broke up, but it's such, like, it's not even a messy breakup, but it's such a weird, like, it's a bunch of weird circumstances that's just, like, confusing, if I'm being honest, And I know some people are just like, oh, what's confusing about being broken up? Like, it's not more or less the breakup. It's more or less just like how it went, if I'm being honest. Because it's just like, I won't say I talked about this on my TikTok stories, if I'm being honest. Is the fact that it was the same as when she was forced to cut contact with me. It wasn't, word by word by word, but at the same time it was still in that same realm, which it's one of those things where it makes me think if it's happening again. Because like, it's something I'm definitely going to ask her, and I don't care if she's at work or whatever the case may be. It's the fact that I will tell her who, at that point, there's two options. I'm going to tell her, where is our son? Because you, me, and our son are getting the fuck out of here. Literally. Generally. Like, we are getting the fuck out of here. And it's the fact that if Joe, like, her ex that knocked her up and is a piece of shit dad, it's the fact that Joe has something to say about it. I don't mind going back to that one, not even that one lawyer, because he was a pretty swell dude, but I don't mind going to a much meaner lawyer that will basically just berate him and basically fuck up his whole life because he decided that he wanted to knock someone up and then not step up at all. Because that was definitely an option. It really was, and it was an option that I really wanted to do. But at the same time, I more or less thought about it and, went with the, simple approach. Just because that's something that probably she would want. She wouldn't want any drama and everything. So, because it's weird. It's one of those things that's weird. Like, it's just, because like, she doesn't know that I have our old like account. It's probably gonna be lost again because this account is so old. It's insane. This account is, I want to say, like, what, 4? I think it's like 4 years old. I think 4 to 5, I don't even know. It's an old account, literally. So it'll probably get lost at some point. I generally don't doubt it, if I'm being honest. But it's more or less of just like, it's more or less of like, I feel like that's something that's going on. Which, if it is, like, the option is that, or she tells me where this person is, and I tell her if she wants, she can join me, or I can drop her off at like a really good hotel that has good security and everything, and then I'll go handle it, or what? Because it's the fact that I lost her once to that bullshit, and I'd be damned if I'm gonna lose her again to it a second time. Would I take her back if it happened? Yes. But at that point, that person wouldn't get the same treatment that Joe got. He wouldn't. He really wouldn't. I'm not even joking. He would not get the same treatment that Joe got. Because Joe got off because, she didn't want any drama. She understood that I was, I'm not even mad at him, but I was, then we're way past mad. I was, oh my God. I could have killed him while I was laughing. I'm not, like, I was, oh my God, you have no idea. I could have killed him and be laughing the whole time. You have no idea. But, yeah, it's just, I feel like that's something that's going on, and I don't know, it's something that I could just be overthinking, and that shit could just be a coincidence, if I'm being honest. It's definitely something that could be a coincidence, but it's just like, Because it's one of those things where just like, if she's like in trouble or something, all she has to do is send like all she has to do is just, I want to see you, like, or like not even I want to see you, but just like just send me, just basically send me like, please help. Literally, like that's literally it. At that point, I'm down there. No questions asked. I don't care if I'm at work, on the moon. I don't give a damn where I am. I will fucking drop everything and fucking leave and be on my goddamn way. And I'll be at that bitch in record time. I'm not even joking. I'll be there so unbelievably fast. It'll make your damn head spin. But yeah, I don't know. It's definitely something that I could just be overthinking, and that could just be a coincidence. That, oh yeah, that's like, those things are very, like they're in the same realm, but they're not like the exact same words. But at the same time, that is interesting. At the same time, so I don't know. It's definitely one of those things. But yeah. But like I said, I could be overthinking it. I don't know, because it's definitely in the same realm, but it's not like instant. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause that's the thing. Because like back then, when that whole thing, when she was forced to cut contact, like, it was just like, it was literally like the next day, like just without a trace, nothing. Like there was literally nothing. So I don't know, but I get this feeling that it's like, I get this feeling it's the same for some reason. I don't know why though. Like, it's just a gut feeling. Like, it's like a nag. It's such a strong gut feeling too. And my gut feelings like is like 95 to 5. If I'm being honest, like 95% of the time they're right, but the other like 5 times, like the other 5%, like 95, like it's like I'm right majority of the time, but like sometimes it's more like when it comes to stuff like this would be something that like I have a gut feeling, but it'd be turn out to be wrong. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's definitely a weird thing, if I'm being honest. But I don't know. But yeah, that's pretty much why I won't be giving up on her anytime soon. You know, like I'll probably still be doing this shit when in like 5 years, if I'm being honest. I'll be doing the same shit a year from now, 2 years from now, whatever the case may be. You know, but anyways, um, yeah, I just don't feel like anyone would really. Like, it's the fact that I'm not trying to. It's the fact that I'm set on not. I'm not trying to restart. Like the whole thing I say with with like the TikTok thing. Like, I'm not trying to restart that. Where is it? It's like I'm not trying to sleep with like together with someone else. Shower with somebody. Create soul ties with somebody. Say that I love you to someone else. Kiss someone else with morning breath. You know, talk to someone else about like what our past, our present, and our future is gonna be. Like our dreams. Like, I don't want to cry in anyone else's lap. You know, like it's the fact that I'm not trying to do all of that. You know, it's the fact that I got a good woman, and like I know I fucked it up. I know I screwed up, and everything. Like, it's the fact that like I think we wanted to say it's something I said before, but it's like it's the fact that it's not that I didn't. It's not the fact that I had did something. It's the fact of. It's the fact that the shit I did in the past is something that she's scared I'm gonna do in our future. because like now that I think about it, because this might actually play a role in it if I'm being honest. I don't think I've ever asked her if she believes in divorce. If I'm being honest, because I asked her about because we talked about like our son before. He's not my son. I'm a stepdad, obviously, so I don't want y'all thinking that we were crazy people. But it's the fact that I want to say when she was 2 months along, because at some point, just randomly, we were on the phone and just randomly she just said I'm sorry, and we were just like, we haven't said anything for 5-10 minutes. What are you sorry about? And she was just like, I'm sorry that I have a kid. I was just like, oh, okay, what? Why are you sorry that you what? Why are you sorry about that? And it's just about that she said because it didn't feel right for me to like basically have an abortion and everything. And I was just like, okay, it's fine. It's one of those things where just I know it takes two to tango, and in the sense a man should have a say, but when I say a say, I don't mean much of anything, if I'm being honest. When I say he should have a say, I'm talking about where he wants the hospital to be at, the name of the baby, so on and so forth. I'm not really talking about if she should or should not keep whether she should or should not keep the baby. It's the fact that if the woman wants to, be a mom, and she wants to go through that change, and that's something that she wants to do, then hey, work it literally just do it up. I'm not even joking. That's something. If you get that's. In fact, I don't remember what I said, but I think it was something it's okay. I love our son. It's whatever. I want to say that's the first time I said our son, because she then said, she just said our. Obviously O-U-R, obviously not R like a pirate, but our, I guess that works better. Our son. And I was just like, huh? And she said, you said our son. I was like, yeah. What about it? And then she went on talking about how, I thought that she thought I hated her because she has a son with her ex, so on and so forth. And I was just like, no, what? It's fine, What the fuck do I look like being mad at a kid for? I'm not a kid, but a baby. It's fucking insane. But it's the fact that I don't think anyone's actually going to genuinely love the both of them as much as me. And when I mean love them, I don't mean getting them gifts, doing this, doing that, spending a bunch of money on them and everything. When I say love them, I mean take them to the park. Take our son to the park. Take them out to go shopping so we can come back home and all of us can help cook a meal. Stuff like that. What was that's because to me that's not even to me, but that's her. That's how she loves. She loves like that. She doesn't care about money or status or whatever the case may be. It's the fact that she wants to spend time with her person. That's literally how she is. It's the fact that it's amazing, you know, having a woman in this day and age that isn't obsessed with money and status and all that. That shit is very rare. Like, it is. It really is. Like, there are some that still exist, of course. There's still some women that do exist like that, but like, it is very, very rare to find. But it's not something that you're gonna be. It's not something you're just gonna be like, oh, I can do whatever. Like, they're fucking everywhere. Like, nah, they're a rare bunch to run into. But yeah, that ends that part. But the next one is why I never gave her why I never gave her 200%. Obviously that I changed it if it came from TikTok. If I think I want to say before it was why I didn't give her 200%, but I switched it. But the reason why is because after going through like before meeting her, I was down all the time. Literally, like I got broken up with by a girl I was dating, and I was just down in the dumps. Like, it's one of those things where I'm not a player, like, at all. So I was down. And I think this was when it might have been when like COVID. No, yeah. Yeah, it was because I was doing school online at the time. But it's the fact of I was doing school online and everything, and she was going to school, which worked out if I'm being honest, because I wouldn't never have wanted to fucking see her around if I'm being honest. But I don't know why am I talking about her now? Who the fuck knows? But it's the fact of she broke up with me and everything, said this, said that, said I was fucking crazy and whatnot, which I'll explain. Which I will explain why she said that. But it's the fact that like I was kind of just like, you know, just kind of just chilling, sulking as I do, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make some fucking friends, you know. So went on Snap. Why did I think Snap was a good idea? I have a fucking idea. But went to Snap and went to the I want to say it was, I think before, because like now it's Find Friends, but I think before it was suggestions, like suggestion friends or something like that. I don't even know how. I don't think they have it anymore. I think it's just Find Friends now. But like before, there was like a suggestion one where like it would suggest people. It would suggest people in like. It would more suggest people in your state, not much around you, which never made sense to me. But it's the fact of like. It's the fact that I ended up adding her and everything. And it was weird because she was like asking like if I know her, and I was just like, no, I'm just adding people. Because I don't want to say I remember what it was. It was like, no, I'm just adding people, and your Bitmoji looks, you know, chill. So I'm just kind of not even calling, but just talking, just adding people and whatnot, trying to make some new friends and whatnot. And like, that was the thing. Like, it wasn't like I wasn't trying to date anybody. Like, I was just trying to find someone that I could talk to, and that was it. And it's the fact that not even talk about my breakup, but just to simply just talk to, and that was it. You know. But we ended up talking. Well, firstly, she asked like if I could send a picture of myself, and I was just like, Sure, I guess. I don't. That's what most people usually do because sometimes people will like. Sometimes people are like bots, or they seem like they're a real account, but they really is a bot account. And I don't ever have any like bot pictures with like other people or anything, so I kind of just sent a picture of myself. I was like, can I see what you look like as well? And she was like, sure. And she sent me. I want to say she probably sent me like an old picture, or she sent me like an actual picture of her like that moment. I don't really know, but it's the fact that I don't even know who said what first, but at some point, one of us said like, "You're cute, by the way." I think it was her. I don't even know. I think it was her because she was definitely feeling me, but I can say I wasn't feeling her just because I just got out of a relationship and everything. It was the fact that I never told her that, just because I'm just like, you know what? She seems pretty cool. I mean, she's very cute. Let's give it a shot. What's the worst that can happen? Like, oh my god, it never crossed my mind like if shit went south with her, like at that point in time when we first met and we were dating for a while. Like, dude, I would have been like, fuck it. What the fuck is wrong with me? I'll never do that shit ever again. But it's the fact that, we started talking. Eventually, we started dating. And then, because at the time, it was good because it was like, I was kind of, at some point in our relationship, I was kind of hesitant to kind of like tell her, like, how I can be, like how jealous I can be, and how how jealous I can be, and how like territorial I am of like the people I'm dating and everything. But I was just like, you know what? Fuck that. Let's not scare her or anything. And it's the fact that we lived it's like it's the same as it is right now, like, which is just like she lives 7 hours away, which isn't bad. Like that's what, well, 6 hours. That's what 12. That's yeah. That's 12 there and back. So that's what, half a day. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. Like that's really not that bad. But it's the fact that I just didn't want to show her that and then her like leave, because it was one of those things where it was just like, I'm not gonna lie to you, like we started talking and laughing and talking about stuff that we wanted to do and everything, and it's the fact that I'm not gonna lie to you, I was very like nervous and everything, because like she was genuinely like amazing, like she was an amazing person. And I was just like, like who are you? Like she had her flaws, but I learned like at a younger age that like everyone has flaws, obviously. Like, there's not a person in the planet that's completely perfect and everything in every way. But it was like, to me, she was just like, I couldn't find any like big flaws that she really had. Because I had asked her before, like, what flaws do you have? Or what flaws do you think you have? And one of them, like, the one that she said was like her not mentality, but like her mentally is just like upset. It's like up and down, if I'm being honest. I'm just like, that's most people, if I'm being honest. Most people can be fine one day and then fucking most people can be fine one day and then fucking crazy the next. Like that's just how that works. Literally, and it can happen to anybody. It's just a matter of how long is your fuse really to really deal with that bullshit. That's really what all it pretty much adds up to, is that. But yeah, doing a lot of talking, and then at some point she left. What does that mean? I don't know. like it means exactly what it means. Like, she left and that was it. Like, I don't know where she went. I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know where she went. I don't know where. Like, it's just she just one day she just disappeared. And I ain't gonna lie to you, it was like so sudden and out of nowhere that I genuinely thought that I just made her up. If I'm being honest, because I was just like, was she actually real? Like, what was that? Like, what just happened? But I was just like, I was really sad at that point. I was like, damn. There's the fact that I found her on TikTok and she was with some other person. And I was just like, damn. And then that was pretty much it. I kind of would just like, and I would, I'm not gonna lie to you, I was lurking from time to time. I would lurk just to, check to see, how she's doing. It's the fact that I wanted to comment, but it's the fact that I didn't want to get blocked, because it was weird, because it was like when I'd comment or when I would like, I'd get blocked. And it was just like, and it's the fact that I could be like nice about it, or I could have been, I was never like mean about it or anything. Like, I liked it and I'd get blocked immediately. And it was just like, huh, okay, that's weird. And I think this was back before TikTok had the whole, like, you could see people that, like, look at your profile type thing. Because after that, I kind of just, like, wanted to look and then see how she's doing, and then that was it. And then, then da-da-da-da-da, everything went in, everything was going fine with me. Eventually, I moved on. Not even moved on, I didn't date anyone after that. After her, I was single for a while. I was single until she came back. Because she came back. Her friend added me on Snap, asked me if I knew her, and asked me if I hated her. And I was just like, no. And then she said that she wanted to talk to me. I was just like, huh? And then she was put on the phone, and she was crying, telling me like how she didn't want to, cut contact with me, and that he was forced to, and everything. I was just like, it's fine, no need to, cry so much. And he was talking about like how she plans on leaving him and everything. And I'm just like, okay. And I want to say and it's the fact that we finally met. But I want to say at some point between that, we had met for the first time, because it was after when I found something that was obvious. That was a lie that she told me later, but it was the fact that we met. Very awkward, obviously, but yeah, we met. I left, and then she called me. We slept on the phone that whole night, and I went to work the next morning, and she said something. She repeated it herself like a bunch, and I was just like, I don't know what she said. And then she said, I love you, I'll talk to you later, and I was just like, I love you too. And I was trying to say, like, what did you say? And then by the time I said it, like, the second time, the call ended, and I was just like, the fuck, what was that? Because I didn't know. Like, I didn't know if it was, like, her new phone number, or if she's going to get back in touch with me in, like, a couple of days. So I kind of just waited, and waited, and waited, and waited, until eventually she did add me. We got back to talking and everything, and obviously it's the fact that I should have told her how I felt. Like, literally, I should have told her exactly how I felt. Like, when she disappeared, how it made me feel. Like, literally how I fucking thought that she literally was made up. Literally, like she was so kind and sweet and beautiful and sexy and everything, that I feel like that my mind genuinely thought that I had just made her up with my mind. Literally. Like, it's insane how the mind works, because that was a genuine thing. Like, I remember that all the time, because it was just like, that was an intense time. Because I like low-key lost my mind. Because I was just like, was she real? What was, like, I don't, what is this? I don't get it. I know bots, but, like, this is insane. Like, what is that? What kind of bot is that? What kind of, like, they making bots that have full conversations with you for, like, months or years? Like, what is this? And then they make like human bots. No, not human bots, because we didn't even meet at that point. But yeah, eventually we started talking again, talked about everything, got back together, and it's one of those things where, like, I still couldn't show her fully how I was. And keep in mind, when I had what, it's like, she's literally the first girlfriend, first and last girlfriend slash fiance that I will ever cheat on or lie to. Literally, like, the first first six, I dated them and that was it. Literally. Like genuinely, like, I dated them and it was like, okay. I don't know what about, but, like, oh yeah, I'll get to that later on. But it was one of those things where it's just like, my whole thing was I didn't want to scare her away. Because, like, I want to say I've talked about it before on one of these videos. Either that or it was on a live. It was on something. But it's the fact that I've basically have removed, like, fragments of people's bodies, like, off of them. And not many women are too fond of that, if I'm being honest. I want to say there was one, which was like the fourth. This happened 4 times, but the 4th time was like, I had cut him, like, so much that there was literally a chunk of his arm just, like, gone. Like, literally, you could see the bone. Like, it wasn't like small, like, it was big. It looked like he had literally, like, got a cookie cutter, like a square cookie cutter, and just, like, took a chunk of his own flesh out. And when he was, like, very, like, he just was very drunk at it, so it looked very, like, like, it just looked, there was, like, a bunch, there was, like, it was like wiggly here, and it wasn't, like, here. I remember that because my ex now, she looked at me just like, the fuck is wrong with you? And then it's the fact that some other couple, like, I think the woman was just like, that turns me on. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, what the fuck? And her boyfriend looked at me. I was just like, don't fucking look at me, look at her. She said the shit. I didn't know that. Because who the fuck would know that? It's not something you just, it's not something you, like, it's not something you openly blurt out. That's generally not something you just blurt out all of a sudden. Like, oh yeah, that shit turns me on. Like, what? That's not so. You're just staring daggers at me. Like, what do you want from me? I didn't know that. Like, I knew that and was just planning this whole thing to get with your girlfriend. Like, no, who the fuck? No one would know that shit. But it's the fact that I don't want her, because, like, it's the fact that I'm a completely against hitting women. Like, I generally don't. I generally can't. Like, you would have to, like, I'd say I'm against it, but it's just like, I will fight you, if I'm being honest. But it's like, you have to do, like, it's got to be, like, a bunch of stuff. Like, there's not something that's just like, you didn't do this, I'll punch you in the face now. You know, like, it has to be, like, a bunch of stuff. Like, when I say a bunch of stuff, I mean, dude, I mean so much stuff. If I'm being honest, like, my fuse for that is, dude, that shit is like fucking a million football fields. Like, you have to do, like, crazy shit. You have to do some pretty crazy shit to actually get me to, like, get to that point. which is pretty much impossible to do, if I'm being honest. Like, the best you'll get is I'll yell, and that's pretty much it. Like, that's about as much as it's gonna be. But yeah, it's the reason I just like that's like, it's the fact that that's a part of me. Like that jealousy, that territorialness, that, there's like all of that. Like that's a part of me. You know, like that's something that's genuinely a part of me, and it's the fact that I don't want to show her that, because if I'm being honest, it's just fucking ugly. If I'm being real, like it is. It's that shit is just ugly. Because who wants to be with the dude that fucking, when he gets jealous, he just starts carving people up. Like, who wants to be with that person? No one wants to be with that person. Not a soul wants to be with that person. You know who wants to be with that? You know who wants to be with that person? Death. Death wants to be with that person, and that's pretty much it. There's really nothing else. Like, death wants to be with that person, and that is all. Like, there's literally nothing more, nothing less about that. Literally, that's the only person that would want to be with someone like me, is literally death. And it's the fact that I didn't want to run, like, I didn't want her to be afraid of me and everything. Because at the time, that's when she, like, had our son and everything. So it's just like, I didn't want her to be afraid that I would, like, snap on her or on our son or anything, because I fucking wouldn't. Like, genuinely. Like, it's just a known rule that, women and children are left out of everything, Unless a woman is like actively trying to kill you, which even with that, people say just like, "I'll still walk away." It's just like, I'm not about to. If she's actively trying to kill me, like genuinely trying to kill me, I'm not gonna just go walk away. I'm just gonna fucking run. I'm gonna kick her and then I'm gonna fucking sprint it. But it's funny because, like, when it comes to her, like, she could stab me and I would just hug her and then obviously proceed to then die, obviously, because of, blood loss and everything. But it's the fact that that's one of the things that she said, like, is one of her flaws, is, like, she's crazy. Which is just, like, and she said, like, she stabbed people before. Like, she stabbed her boyfriends before, and it's just, like, it was something I really wasn't, like, is the fact that I wasn't, like, disgusted or just, like, thrown off by it, because they're just, like, I haven't stabbed any of my girlfriends, but, like, I've stabbed dudes before, so, like, I guess, like, it's the same in the sense, I guess. Like, she stabs dudes, I stab dudes. Like, it's, like, in a way, it's kind of the same, and it matches with that territorialness, because she showed hers all the time, and it's the fact that I loved it and everything, but it's just, like, mine is, like, mine is genuinely a step, like, literally just one step above, because she's, like, at the line where she's gonna, like, it's like, well, she will just straight up murder a bitch, but, like, I'm at that line where, like, I don't, like, it's like, I don't care, like, it's like, fact, like, I don't care, it's just, like, not that I don't care about the relationship, but it's just, like, I don't care, it's like, like, this random dude comes in here and tries to act like he, like, runs anything. The only thing he's gonna be running is, the only thing he's gonna be running is his fucking parents or friends, the damn, funeral bill. That's pretty much the only thing he's gonna be running, if I'm being honest. Running that bitch up. But yeah, it's just the fact that I was so scared of just showing her that. And, like, her actually, like, it's the fact that something happening, like, when we're out, and then I do something like that, like, cut someone's finger off, cut their tongue out, so on and so forth, and then she just, like, it's a look, like, there's, like, it's one of those, like, looks that that someone gives you that doesn't even need words. It's just the fact that you just look at it and you're just like, well, fuck, you know, it's because you already know that you lost them, but they're not gonna say it. But it's the fact that you lost them because it's just like they're scared of you, you know, and that's something I don't want her to be. I don't want her to physically. I don't want her to like feel like I would physically hurt her, you know, like physically hurt her, physically hurt like our son, our kids, so on and so forth, like it's not something I want her to think that I would like physically like hurt them. Obviously, spankings don't, that doesn't fall in the. I'm in like lethal shit, like chopping off fingers, tongues, literally carving people's like arm meat out of their entire arm, stuff like that, But it's one of the things I was just scared of. But now I'm not scared of it anymore. Like it's just like it's one of those things where I want to show her like all of me, and it's the fact that like it's one of the things where like I'm sure she doesn't believe me, and I'm sure she'll probably have like a test, which is just like, okay, if that's what you want, fine, I would definitely show you. That's why I bought like the shit I bought. I want to say I had a Karambit, but no, it wasn't a Karambit. It was like a look-alike. It looked like a Karambit, but it was called something else. I forget what it was called though. But it was the same thing as a curved blade and everything. But I was like, that's not a fucking Karambit. Get the fuck out of here. But that's why I bought a sharpener. That's why I bought the knives I have now. It's so I can just quickly, just cut somebody fast. Basically, that's the whole point. But yeah, I don't know. That's pretty much. That's pretty much why I never gave 200%. Is simply because I was just scared. Genuinely, I was very, very scared on losing her to that. Just because I love her so much. So it's just like it wasn't something that I was like, damn, I lost you because I'm a fucking demon apparently. But I told y'all, I said like, oh, speaking of that, when I said cheating and lying and everything, and I said like, oh, I'll get back to that later. But it's the fact that's the next thing, why I cheated and why I lied about it. It's the fact that with this one, I don't have. There's really no. I'm not gonna lie to you. There's no definitive reason, if I'm being generally honest, why you should ever cheat on your significant other. If I'm being honest, like I genuinely couldn't give you a genuine reason. Well, I'd have a genuine reason, but it's just like it's dumb because it's just like that doesn't. It's not dumb in the sense of like that makes no sense, but it's dumb in the fact of like it's something that could have been solved if I just talked to her and everything. You know what I mean? But I don't know. But they kind of coexist with each other. But it's the fact of like there would be times, not even times, but there was a long stretch of time where I felt like I wasn't worth anything. Like I didn't deserve to be with her. It was very self-destructive because it was just like because I wasn't man enough to actually break it off with her. Is the fact that I wanted her to just leave me and find someone better. If I'm being honest, I don't know what better would look like if I'm being honest. But it's the fact that oh my god. I ended up cheating on her and everything, and simply because like that's why I say it's dumb, because it's just like it's something that could have been solved with just being like, hey, I don't feel like me. I don't know if I don't feel like me. I don't feel like I'm really worth. I'm not really worth a damn. That you should find someone else. Because I guess in a way it was just like I wouldn't, like, in a way it was just like she would leave, I would be hurt, but at the same time I would have someone else, which is the most fucking backwards thing in the goddamn universe, by the way. That's the most backwards thing ever. And then why I lied about it, I don't I don't really know. It's like, it's more or less I lied about it simply because like I didn't enjoy seeing her like sad. Like genuinely, like she's been sad before, and it was just something I didn't want to like see her like sad. I was hoping she'd be more like mad than anything, but it's the fact that that's when I realized that like like she's she's for me, because it's the fact that she was like genuinely like hard crying about it, and it's just like you don't hard like cry about someone. You don't hard cry about someone that you don't like love with everything you have in your being. You know, like if that's something that happens. But yeah, it's a shorter one, but at the same time, it's not. It's there's no like, oh yeah, that makes sense. Like, there's none of that. Like that doesn't it doesn't make sense. There really is no definitive reason that you should be, you know, cheating on your partner, your spouse, your wife, boyfriend, husband, girlfriend, whatever. You know, I definitely would recommend just like talking about it, because you don't know, they might love you the same as how you love them, but you won't know unless you actually you know say something. And it's the fact that when she told me about it, is the fact that I figured, there's also another reason why I kind of figured that she was all for me, is because like I was expecting her, and when she found out, I expected her to like just be like, "Oh, I'm cheating on you too with this person." Like it's the fact that that's genuinely something I expected, because it happened to me before. Like, I didn't cheat on anybody, but it was the fact that the person I was with just so openly and out of nowhere, just was just like, I'm cheating on you, right? And I was just like, huh? I was just like, yeah, I'm cheating on you with so and so. And I'm just like, huh. And then they had asked, like, are you cheating on me? And I was just like, I didn't really know what to say, so I just said yeah, because I didn't want to seem like, because obviously she wasn't for me at all, because she wasn't even cheating on me with one person. She was cheating on me with two different people, and obviously I didn't want to. And obviously I was just like, well, I'm not gonna let her have the satisfaction of knowing like, oh, I was all for her, da 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 da. But I was just like, that shit happened, and I was just like, fucking what? That's what I thought. Like, it's the fact that that's what something I was expecting her to say. I'm not joking. Like, that's the thing. I'm genuinely not joking. Like, that's something I genuinely expected her to say. Literally, as calmly and as smoothly as my like my ex has said it. Literally, just as calmly and as smoothly as she did. Literally, like, that was literally something I was expecting, and then she just like just started crying. Just like, are you gonna say anything? That's what I was waiting for. I was waiting for that. Not her crying, but her saying like that she was doing the same thing and everything. And that never came. I was just like, okay. But it's the fact that it was cheating and lying at the same time, because it's the fact that it wasn't different. It wasn't a different woman it wasn't a different woman each time. It was the same one each time. Because it's the fact that like she would give me the confidence and everything. Then I'd lose all that confidence and then go back to thinking like, oh well, I'm a fucking nobody, da 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 da, and then lo and behold, the pattern continues, and then it was just like, then it was just dead at that point. Then I was just like, yeah, fuck my ex, not not my, I don't even fucking know. To me, my lady now is not my ex. I call her my baby, my muffin, my fiance. But yeah, I'm not. To me, she's not. I might be to her, which is fine. I'll hold on. She's driving her own path, and I'll hold on to that bumper. I'll hold on to that bumper until she reaches her destination. I'll be with her when she crosses that finish line, But what else we got? We got 3 likes. Once I talked a little bit about it, the whole never gonna give up on her. That was kind of the whole thing. The whole 3 likes. It's just I just said I was gonna talk more about it later, but it's just, I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way, because it's just like, if she's not showing, shaking ass, creating a thirst trap, showing a lot of cleavage and everything, like, she doesn't get any likes and everything, or she gets a bunch of likes, but the second that she posts like something to do with her having emotion, it's just like, hey, that's not what we fucking signed up for. That's not what we like your stuff. Do the sexy stuff, It's just like, it just rubbed me the wrong way, because it was just like, the fuck is wrong? Like, it was something I literally posted yesterday, because I was just like, I simply could not sleep, because I was thinking about it, because I was just like, there's been 3 likes all day today. Like, what the fuck? It's only been 3. It's me and 2 other people, and that's it. And 1 comment and 1 bookmark. Like, are you serious with this? Like, generally, are you serious with this? But it was just, I simply couldn't. I really lost my entire mind, if I'm being honest, because it was just like, oh my god. It was, because, like, she's such a caring, loving, kind-hearted person, and she's going through something, and just no one gave a fuck. Literally, no one cared, like, whatsoever. But not even but just, I don't know. It's something I think about. I was doing good. I wasn't messaging her for, I want to say it was like 9-10 days. How much is 9 to 10 days? What is that, like? I want to say it's like 2 weeks and a half. I want to say 7. I want to say 2 days is like, I want to say like it's like the hyperbolic time chamber. It's like speed moves faster than the actual Earth. So that. But yeah, it rubbed me in such a wrong kind of way, just because I was just like, I was so pissed, because it was so unfair, because it was just like, she's hurting and y'all don't care, generally. And like I said on what is it? Like I said on TikTok, it's just like, I don't know if people private messaged her, or I don't, like, it's something I don't know. Like, I genuinely don't know, But it's just the fact that no one said anything at all. Like, not a like, not a save. Not even a share. I guess you could like message her privately, but most people would like share the post with her, like share it with like share her own post to her, just because just to see like, hey, you good or anything. But the fact there's only one person that saved that bookmarked it, and that person was there's only I guess you have to share it. But even though there's only one person that did that, and that shit was me, and I think I did it twice. Was the fact I left a comment, I sent her a message and everything, just to see if she was good. Cause it was just like, if I'm not gonna do it, I don't think anyone's gonna do it. If I'm being honest. But it's just, I hate that. I hate how fake her following is. It's not like a fake. It's not like full of bots or anything. It's just like, it's really just a bunch of fake fucking people, man. Like genuinely, cause it's just like, oh, she doesn't show cleavage, a bunch of cleavage, or she doesn't, you know, have an edit where she jumps and her boobs are bouncing, or her shaking her butt, or stuff like that. It's just like, just what? That's not good enough for you or something, or that's not deserving of your um, that's not deserving of a like. Like shit, she's posted, she's posted, she's posted posts with me tagged in them, basically telling me I should fuck myself. Literally, that's a genuine thing. But you know, it's, it's yeah, it is one of those things. Being honest, it really is. It's a different kind of hurt. Like I said in my story, where it's just like you see that your um you see that your loved one is like hurting, but like they don't want to talk to you because of what you did. Which is just like, man, I hate that. I really do. But what else I got? Leave green. And my leave, I'm gonna have to be able to make. I'm gonna have to be able to take leave again soon. At least, pretty soon, and everything. So when I do, like, depending on what the date is, like it's April or March, January, September or whatever, I'm gonna take however many days I decide on off, and then go to her, go to her job, and then ask her like, hey, could I? Like, could I? Sorry, I zoned out for a minute. I forgot what I was talking about. Just saying. But fuck, what was I saying? I don't remember that on it. But oh, I remember. But yeah, I don't. I'm gonna come down there and I'm gonna ask her, like, is there a time that's good that I can, that you and I can just talk one on one and everything. And she was just like, yeah, we can talk, but I need to tell this person, I need to tell so and so. But it's just one of those things, I guess. I'm definitely gonna drop her presents off, and then ask you like 2 questions. Oh, one question. Oh, no, the question that I have is fine. Okay. Likes. Friends on TikTok. Something I was gonna do. Because when her friends looked at my profile, and what I was gonna do, I was just basically gonna give it like. Because I liked them when I first saw them, and then I was just like, nah. But then I thought about it, and was just like, maybe to have something to say. But when I thought about them, I was just like, nah. It's the fact that they want to get, if they want to avoid getting blocked and everything, then it's simple. You, what's it called? You, like, get everything, like, you look at my profile, you send me a message, and then that's it. There's no waiting, because it's the fact, like, once I see it, you're gone. I was gonna wait 24 hours and everything, but nah, I was gonna wait 24 hours from like when I saw it and everything, but I was just like, nah. Just nah. But that's how that will go. Did I already talk about idea? But anyways, I guess if I talked about it before, then it's fine. But eventually, I'm gonna be able to go on leave pretty soon. They basically say everything's wrapping up, so eventually, I'll be good to take leave and everything. If I'm being honest, I don't really know when that will be, but whenever that's going to be, I'm going to take leave to give her presents and everything, and it's the fact of I'm gonna ask her, like, I'm just gonna ask her point blank, right there, just so I can see her and everything. There's a lot of different things I'm gonna ask her, just because there's a lot of like weird stuff that doesn't really make much sense. Anything. But it's the fact that I'll be down there and I'll ask her like, hey, I mean, I'll be I'll be here until I'll be here until this time. Is there like, is there at any time is there a time where we can where you and me can kind of talk and everything? You know, for real, like, that's really I want to talk. It's really what I really want to do. That's what I want to do. Just talk. I want to make sense of everything that's going on. Make sense of why she's like doing what she's doing and everything. Like what that post is about, that she was like crying and everything. So I want to know, what all that was about. Why I love her. It's fucking. Where do I fucking start? If I'm being honest, generally, where do I start? I love the fact that she's as caring as she is. I love how she never gave up on me, even though she probably should have at some point in time. She didn't. She kept her head down and just kept on grinding and everything. paid off, obviously. I love the fact that she's stronger than most women. I love her eyes, the way she says certain things. I love the fact that she is like she's worth 1,000,000 people. Something I love, generally. Something I do love is the fact that she is literally she's the equivalent of 1,000,000 people. She's literally a treasure. She's literally one in 1,000,000. I love the fact that she's working on herself and she's looking mighty good. She was already looking good before, but now she looks even more stunning and mesmerizing and everything. What else? Like, I don't know. There's so many different reasons on the why and the how. Like, if I genuinely wanted to make a video on it, I would legit need to like write everything down. Literally, there's so much. That's the thing. There's actually so much. So it's definitely one of those questions that I'll make a video on it like by itself. If I'm being honest. Now for the final question, the way it will end. The fact that I'm not gonna back down, I'm not gonna give up, I'm not gonna do any of that. Like, I'm really not. Like, I get home from work and I feel like shit and I will like cry a bit because like I see her, I see my son just, kind of grow up. It's the fact of like, it's the fact that it's not that they're happy and I'm unhappy, and that's what I wanted to, I'm happy. Like, their happiness is my main concern, if I'm being honest. What I want to be in their lives, of course, 100%. But at the same time, it's something that I feel like it's something that I can't ask the questions. The fact that it's something that I want her to, it's something I want her to tell me. But it's the fact of it's more or less the fact of just it's more or less this like I want to keep coming regardless. I'm gonna keep coming. I'm gonna keep trying my best for all of us to be together again. And it's the fact that there's only one way this ends, and that's with her basically trying to kill me. Like, that's the only way I'm gonna stop. And you can call it call me a psychopath, you can call me insane. There's a lot of different things you can say, but how many people, how many people realize that they wronged a woman that they truly did love with everything, and said woman had a kid who he fell in love with as well as her, and now is trying any and everything to trying every and anything to have them both back in his life. How many people do you know do that? How many people do you know have done that? You say not many. There's not many people that realize that they fucked up, they screwed up, they did this, they did that. It takes someone real special to realize that and then flip that behavior around and then show that person that they're actually different. They're different from who they were before, and it's because of them. The fact that they got better because of whoever it may be. So, a woman, a man, whatever the case may be. It's the fact that I want my family. And it's the fact that it will never end until the world is up and swallowed me. Because there's no other woman waiting for me. And if there is some other woman waiting for me, she might as well kick rocks, because I'm not interested in her ass. I'm interested in my baby. I'm interested in Hana. I'm interested in Hana and Gerald. I'm interested in my woman and my son. And that's it. I'm not interested in any other bitch. Those are the only two that I want. Obviously, and two other kids, but that comes later. But it's the fact that the process is gonna take. It's gonna take a little minute. It's not something that's just gonna be like fine within a day. It's the fact that I know it's possible. I know if her and I, if we came back together, it's the fact that we'd be stronger than ever. Because we would actually do it right. And the reason I say we is because we both didn't know the relationship was gonna last as long as it did. So there's stuff that we could have changed. The main one being like we could have communicated certain things more, or actually listened to each other when it came to certain things. There's a lot we could have done, but it's the fact of we didn't. It was something that we didn't do. But I feel like it's the fact that we've both grown since then. So it's the fact that I'm certain that we could sit down and have, a serious conversation on what it is that we want to do. Like starting forward. Literally. I feel like we've both matured enough to, mainly me, if I'm being honest. But I feel like we both matured enough to where we can like sit down across from each other at like a coffee shop or you know a fast food place or at a park or something. We could sit across from each other and just talk about like what we want, you know, in the years to come. Because of the fact that like regardless, me giving up ends in me dying. It does. It does, and it's something that I'm willing to do. Something I never would have actually. It's something I would never would have thought that I would be willing to do. Was the fact that like her and our son have are such a big part of my life that without them, I don't feel like anything. I feel like nothing. Like yeah, I'm still here and everything, but it's just like I feel empty. I feel lost. I don't feel whole at all because they've done so much. They've done so much good in my life. They've helped me. They've helped me in ways that you couldn't even imagine. But it's the fact that this only ends with me dead. That is literally that is literally a canon event. For this to end, I have to be ended. Because no matter what, I'll still try, I'll still wait, I'll still I still do anything and everything that I can for my, you know, family to be one again. And that's all I want. I want my family to be whole again. She never gave me. There's a care package that she was gonna give me for when I was in basic. When I saw one of the pictures, it was literally me holding my son before I left for basic. Because I want to say that before I left, I said that you know we're gonna have a better life. You know, you, me, and our son. Like we're gonna have. We won't have to worry about much of anything. And it's the fact that she said, okay, well, you, well, your son and I will be waiting for you. I don't know what happened. I don't know why is such the like why the change of heart all of a sudden. I don't know, and it's not the postponement of our wedding or anything. It's the sudden change, the sudden shift of her being cold and everything. Because it doesn't seem like her. The only reason she'd be that cold is because someone threatened our son. Like someone wanted her someone wanted her loyalty and is using our son as a pawn because they know how how much she loves him. And it's the fact that that's the case. It's the fact that that's the case that I'm taking her and our son and we're getting the fuck up out of there. And it's the fact that if the person that wants to, the person that's being an ass, if he's got an issue with it, fucking my lawyers will be in touch. My lawyers will be in touch. The police will be in touch. All that shit will be in touch. Because if you think I'm willingly going to let whatever's happening continue to happen, you've lost your goddamn mind. You've lost your goddamn mind. I'll be damned. I lost her once because of stupid shit like this. Not what stupid shit, but people that want to use the shit that they love. They want to use the shit. Wants to use the shit that she loves against her. And I'll be damned if you're gonna turn my son into a fucking pawn to control her and whatnot. Because you have two options. You have the police and the lawyers, or you have me that's going to chop you up, and I'm gonna make her. I'm gonna make you wish that you didn't do what you did. And at that point, there is no mercy, because you at any point you could have stopped and let her be happy and anything. But it's the fact that if someone is behind it, it's the fact that you had your chance. You had your chance and that was it. You blew it. Simply because you thought that you could get away with it, whatever the case may be. It is what it is. But at the same time, that's not my issue. That's not my problem anymore. If my family is loved and happy, that's my only goal. And her posting on Snap why she keeps falling for stupid people, and her crying and doing all that and everything. That's not her being happy. That's someone doing something to her that made her cry. And I'd be damned. I'd be damned if someone's gonna do more bad to her. Like, I don't care for her flaws. I don't care that she has mood swings. I don't care that she could stab me and kill me and whatnot. I don't care. I don't care for any of that. I generally don't. And if she was to stab me, then she'll stab me and I'll fucking hug her tightly. And that's it. I guess the fact I'm not gonna do anything else. I'm just gonna give her one big hug and that'll be that. Because both of them are special to me. Both of them are very special to me. And it's the fact that someone has an issue with that. Well, that's not my fucking problem. Not my problem at all. the fact that the post I the this thing I posted, it said it ends it ends. It's time. I don't care what people say to me. I know who I am, and I know what and who I want in my life, and I'll protect it no matter what. It's time to open up and show what I really am. A territorial animal who will put anyone in the ground who challenges what they think. Who anyone in put anyone in the ground who challenges that. You think I'm lying? See for yourself, but I don't. But I won't hold anything back. Spider 61 and the Mystery Man. I'm ready when you are. I don't. I'm done with this whole ring around the roses thing. I saw a post on Instagram saying like, don't wait for change, become that change. So it's the fact of like, if you love someone, tell them that you love them. I wish I could find that post because there's more to it than that, but that was one that I saw and it stayed with me for so long because it's true. I do. I love them. And you can say I'm obsessed. You can say I have issues. You can say that the level that I love them is unhealthy and creepy and everything, but one other thing I have to say about that is, do you have someone that loves you that much? Do you have someone that is willing, that if they could they'd move literally mountains? Like, do you have someone that if you said you hated the way the sun is positioned today, that they would try everything in their power to move that bitch somewhere else? Generally, do you have someone that is willing to do all of that? Because I don't think you do. I didn't think I was I didn't think I was deserving of anyone's love. I didn't. I didn't think I was deserving of. I didn't think I was deserving of. I really didn't. I really didn't think I was deserving of anyone's love. It's the truth. And I screwed up so many times simply because I didn't think that. I didn't think that. I didn't think I deserved to be happy. I didn't deserve to, like, I didn't deserve to be happy at all. How I deserved to be miserable. Was the fact that Hannah and Gerald, they basically made me realize that I am deserving of love. That even though I've fucked up, there's still a chance. And it's the fact that I hope that she can see that. I hope she can see that I want to. I still want to be there. Like, I still care for her. Like, I hope she knows that, like, I still care for her. I still want to be with her and everything. And she's still my number one. That my bio is never gonna change. Like, I'm taken by her. I'm a father of one, and that I'm a swan in the sense of I found my person. I found my one special person in this entire planet that I want to spend my entire life with, and if it's not her, then it's nobody. It's something I hope she sees and understands and everything. But I don't know. But yeah, it's the fact that none of this will end unless none of this will end until I'm in the grave. I'm still gonna keep coming. I'm not gonna give up because of the fact that she never did. It'd be different if she did. It was the fact that when I was down and everything, it's the fact that she kept on coming. She kept on pushing. She kept on showing me that she loved me and everything. And eventually, she brought me out of the funk that I was in. And now it's my turn to bring her out of that funk that she's in. It's my turn to show her that I'm here for her. That it's gonna take some time. It is. It's gonna take time. But at the end of the day, it's gonna take time. It's gonna take time, but in the end, it's gonna take time, but in the end, it'll all be worth it. And that's all I really have to say about it. But yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say. And for Hannah, if you end up watching this at some point, or never, I don't know. But on the off chance that you do, I just want you to know that I'm here. I'm here, and I'm not leaving. Like, I'm here for you. I'm here for us for the long run. And you cannot believe me. You can think I'm lying. Da 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 da. But it's the fact that just know that I am. I'm here for you and only you. It's gonna be hard. I can tell you that. It's definitely gonna be hard. But at the same time, nothing in life is easy. It really isn't. There's two things. Nothing in life is easy, and nothing in life is free. It's the fact that I'm not. It's the fact that I'm not gonna take the easy route and just leave. Me knowing, especially me knowing that I love you as much as I do. I'm not just gonna. Oh well, she wants nothing to do with me. Time to pack up and just be single for the rest of my life. It's like no. I love you. I love our son. I love both of y'all so much that I'm not just gonna throw in the towel and that's it. I'm gonna keep going until my final breath. And if I end up passing away because of it, then so be it. So be it. Because I'd rather pass away knowing that I gave it everything I could. I'd rather do that than know that I was trying my best than to just give up and take the easy way. Because it's the fact that you could have taken the easy way, but you didn't. Like you said, the roles are reversed. So what I felt, you're feeling, and what you were feeling and I was feeling like what you're feeling now, I'm feeling. And the fact that with that happening, is the fact that you could have taken the easy way. You could have just been like, well, fuck this, I'm out. But the fact that you didn't. You stuck by me. You kept reminding me of how much I love, how much you love me, how much our son loves me, and how much he misses me, and how much you miss me, and everything. There's a lot of different comments that you've posted. Well, there's a lot of different comments that you've said, and it's the fact that what I think you believe that you're just some woman, you're just some woman out of a billion. But it's the fact that you're not. Not to me, you're not. Because if you were literally just some woman, I wouldn't be trying as hard as I am for you and our son. I wouldn't. It's the fact that you're special. You're more special than that. In my opinion, you are better than 99% of most women. And the 1% of women, you're not better than them, but you're the same as them. So the 99% of the women half of the population, you are better than 99% of them, which is a lot. And you may not think you are, but you are. But I'm hoping at some point we can talk before I come down there, and hopefully it's not a surprise and everything, but I'm hoping that we can actually, talk. Like have a serious conversation and just talk. Because I'll always love you, but I will always love you, but it's the fact that I want us to start slow. I want us to start, I want us to talk more, get to know each other more, get to know each other better, talk about like certain things. Like it's the fact that there's something I want to tell you that I've never told anyone. It's the fact that I'm not going to say it on here. It's the fact that I want you to be on the phone or us messaging each other. But I want. There's something I want to tell you that I have never, literally, I've never told anyone else. But yeah, it's the fact that I want to rebuild. I want to rebuild with you. You said the spark may be gone, which you could be true, which could be true. Because the last time I was the fact that the last time I remember, two sparks, both sparks have to be gone for it to be dead. It was the fact that your side might be flickering, just like how my side was flickering before. But it's the fact that my side, the same as yours in the past, is constantly clicking. It's constantly sparking. Just waiting for your side to spark back at me. Is it gonna be easy? No. It's gonna be very hard. But it's the fact that that's something I'm willing to do. It's something I'm willing to go through. Something I'm willing to go through with you. And you could not believe me and everything, which is fine. But it's the fact that I'm very serious about it. And it's the fact that if you have, if you call me or you text me and we have a serious conversation, it's the fact that you'll see that. You'll see that I'm serious about it. But yeah, that's pretty much it here. I want to thank everyone that listened to this point in time, and I will talk to y'all later.